Hey, what's up, guys? Robert here, and today I'm gonna talk to you about a pretty cool album that I discovered. I just found out in some of the stuff that I was taking out of my room, and it's one of those albums or one of those bands that I don't know. I'm gonna take off my glasses because you can see the reflection of it. Oh, and I want to show you my new T-shirt that was given to me by two of my fans. So thank you, Marcy. Thanks, Jack, for the T-shirt, which is pretty cool, itchy and scratchy. And well, this is one of those bands that I don't know why they disappeared. I don't know why they didn't do or why they didn't release more albums. It was like one of those so-called supergroups, which I don't like that term very much. But anyway, I mean it's a pretty cool band. I'm talking to you about Sinergy, straight. Can you see it? Straight from Finland. Um, I discovered this band like in 2001, 2002. Let me tell you a little bit about this band. Well, it's from Finland, and the mind behind it is none other than Alexi Laiho from Children of Bottom, of course. And for me, yes, I like Children of Bottom. I don't like them that much. It's not really my cup of tea, but I do like them. I like the complexity of it. I like, of course, Alexi's compositions. He's a great guitar player. But for me, what he did in Synergy really stands out even more than what, in my opinion, for most of the stuff that he has done with Children of Bottom. Really, you have to check this out. It has like, I think for me that is like Alexi Laiho at his peak. He didn't. It's not that. Yeah, mainly, I think because of the voice of Kimberly Goss, which is I'm gonna talk to you about the band, but she sings like she has this very raspy, clean, high pitch voice, which works perfectly fine for the compositions of Synergy. You should check them out. This was a band that they were active, I don't know, for around 8 years top, I guess. This is their second album, To Hell and Back. The first one is called Beware the Heavens, To Hell and Back, Suicide by My Side, which is also pretty cool. For me, that was like the peak. They were at the top of their play. They have these great guitar duets, but very Alexi Laiho style. It's important to mention that one of the other guitar player that Alexi had on this is Rub Latvala, which also has played with Alexi for many time. At some point, they had Marco Hietala playing with them, which is he was playing the bass player, which he later on become, or he has like the Nightwish thingy. Kimberly Goss, which she was great singing. There are some live videos of them, because honestly, this band was like active for a. It was, I think that it was like a side project of Alexi, but I don't know why he never took it off, or why I don't know why he didn't take off like as children. Kimberly Goss. Then I read somewhere, I saw some videos. She's dedicated like to being mom. Well, actually, she was married to Alexi, at some point during the band, but then she became like a chorus teacher or something like that. So I don't know what. But anyway, this album, you really have to listen to it. It has like great records. This is a 2000 album. Again, I found out about them like in 2001, 2002. It's great. I was like super hooked to it. It opens with a song called "The Beach Is Back," which you should know that something great is coming. With a song like that, "The Beach Is Back," which has like this catchy chorus, this great verse singing of Kimberly. Then we go with Midnight Madness, which is a very catchy 80s song, but with a lot of guitar solos, a lot of guitar leads, and I like it. It's nice. Lead Us to War, Late to Rest is like a acoustic kind of thing. But then it hits like to my favorite and one of my favorite Synergy songs, which is called Gallomer. Really, you have to check it out. The guitars on this song, the solos on this song, the chorus on this song, the voice, it's it stands the pass of time very well, because it's been 20 years since the release of this album, and it sounds super fresh. Gallomer. Then Return to the Fourth World, which is, they made like this kind of how do you call it, like a trilogy of a song, which is Return to the Fourth World, and their next album they have also another song about this so-called Fourth World, which is like an imaginary place where people go when they die. Actually, in this album, they have an opening of a movie. I don't really remember what the movie was, but it starts like, well, in the audio there are these two girls talking. They seem to be like in a fire and at a campfire, and one of them is telling the other like, my mom says that when we die we go to heaven, and then the girl replies, I don't want to go to heaven. I want to go to the fourth world. Um, and then the girl says, "What is the fourth world? Like, well, why is it better than heaven or what?" And she says, "Well, it's sort of like heaven, only better because there aren't any Christians," which sounds good enough for me. But it's from a movie. I don't know if you know from which movie it is. I don't recall it. But either way, then it has another pretty cool song which is called "Last Escape" and "Wake Up in Hell," and it has a pretty cool cover of Blondie. And I don't know, because I don't know if you remember that Alexi Laiho and Children, they have like this um, hobby, I would say, or this thing in which they are always like doing covers of cheesy songs, 80s songs, Britney Spears songs. They've done Oops, I Did It Again. They've done 80s songs, pop songs, which sounds pretty cool. I think they do it for fun, not to be taken too seriously. But nevertheless, they do a great job. And in this album, they have a cover of Blondie, which is not, well, it's not pop, but it's not rock, but it's a great artist. And they have this cover of Hanging on the Telephone, which sounds pretty cool in the voice of Kimberly Goss. Again, she has a pretty cool voice, or she had. I don't really know if she's that active as a solo career or something. I don't know if her divorce with Alexi affected or had something to do with them. But really, you should check them out, Sinergy. Also, during this period of time, I guess that when they were doing a lot of experimentation, Alexi, I forgot the name. I think he's called Verm, the keyboard player of Children of Bottom. He also had his project or his side project group, which was called Warman, which it's also it's a very interesting record, or a very interesting band. They have this record that I liked. I'm pretty sure it was called Unknown Soldier, in which he goes like full throttle on his keyboarding skills, and he has Kimberly Goss as a guest singer in some of the songs. The Devil's Mistress. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the song in which she sings. Also, Alexi Laiho plays with him as a guest singer and a guest guitar player. So these guys were having like this great formula, this great thing, in which I think Children of Bottom was like the main the main focus, the main project, and then they had these many side projects. But to be honest, I think they should have go more for it, or take it more seriously, at least this band Sinergy. I recommend you more their next album, which was the third, which is called Suicide by My Side. There's a song called Shadow Island, which I totally recommend you. When I listen to it, it opens with the Alone in the Dark intro of the game Alone in the Dark, with which I was very hooked back in those days. I was very hooked with Resident Evil, Alone in the Dark, Silent Hill, just playing gaming all along. So when I listened to it, I don't know, I liked it. Plus the song, it's again, for me, I think that was when Alexi really got to his peak on guitar playing, experimentation, or whatever. The other album, again, Suicide by My Side, it has Shadow Island. I Spit on Your Grave, which is a pretty cool song, very leaning towards more like of what they were doing with Children of Bottom, because in that song, Kimberly and Alexi sing a duet. But again, pretty cool. Check it out. They're from Finland, Sinergy. I don't know if they're active. I guess they are not, and they will never be, which is a shame. But check them out, Sinergy. This one is called To Hell and Back, 2000 album. And I don't know, let me know what you think or something, whatever. See you guys.